I always felt like I needed to try to make myself self-sufficient on the showing animals, if I could. And so, you know, 4-H thing, we never, and then it worked real well as a FFA.
Yeah, and I mean, I love our kids that are in junior high school.
But not a lot of people are gonna do what we did, so.
Yeah.
Or just create an FFA for an ag barn.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I say something? I
Yes.
don't know if I can or not, but I just wanted to point something out from someone who never took ag, because I didn't know anything about it. I've said for numerous years when I first came here that I thought it would be a great thing if y'all weren't here, but if somebody went down to elementary, showed them some things, brought them up here sometimes and showed them, this is what ag is. Here's what you can do if you join these classes. Because I think that if they knew about it, they could get excited about it, and then when they got up here, they might want to get in it.
And that was actually something that was
They actually
brought
did
up.
come up here last year, and
That's good. I didn't know, so that's,
the 6th grade.
you know, or showing,
That's
showing
something
some
that
They
things.
come up and we do that.
That was something that was brought up at our last officer meeting.
And I've already emailed 6th grade to find out when they want to come.
You know, to get them
So
Yeah,
before they get up here.
we're doing that.
That's good. That's good.
Any other questions for us?
Yeah. Do you think our kids are discouraged in showing animals because the, for lack of a better word, the well-privileged kids get to put their steers in refrigerated units and make them grow extra hair and look a lot better? And
As someone that was not
You got
involved in it
professional
for years,
handlers?
and I've just learned in the last 5 or 6 years about showing and why it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, I think it's the money that it really drives the kids away. It's the price, you know, it is hard to raise,
It's very
oh,
expensive.
unless you've got a herd, it's hard to raise cattle cheaply. I mean, if you're gonna compete.
Just feed alone, I mean, a
If you're
steer
gonna
I don't
bowl
think
compete.
you're talking about that one, you're talking about the whole county fair in
the
general,
whole
is what
county,
you're
yeah,
trying to
our
say.
county fair.
Right, not
You got
the
professional
ag.
handlers out there.
Well, that would be
that-
something you probably need to address at the county fair committee meeting.
Yeah, but
Right,
I was just
Stacy,
wondering if
when
that's
they
what's
do?
discouraging our kids.
So, I'm
No,
sure
I just
it
think it's
does.
the money. I think it's the parents who are discouraged by the money, I really,
And-
that's my own personal opinion. I know as a parent, that would discourage me. That would
Also, the
discourage me.
facilities, I mean, of course, our kids have, you know, that are raising animals, they have the facilities for a hog or for a lamb or a goat. But, you know, those are only so big. I mean, with cattle, obviously, you're gonna need bigger space. And that's, I think, what too drives them away from cattle.
When I was a kid, everybody, you know, could, grandpa had a cow or something you could show. It's not like that anymore. It's way more competitive than that now. If you're gonna do anything at all, you got to spend some big bucks to do it usually.
And they have to be shaved now. They're limited with things
They have to be
anymore.
shaved.
Well, it's, yeah, shows.
Now, that's not to say that with a goat or a pig or a lamb or a chicken or a rabbit, you can't show, you know, for not as much money. But when it comes to that cattle type thing, it's just it's too big of a deterrent anymore, I think, the money is.
Showing a goat can get really
It
expensive
can.
to feed, believe me, yeah.
Especially when they get sick.
But we still think that, I still think it teaches them a lot of responsibility. I like the fact that we have kids that want to show those animals. It does teach them some management skills. It teaches them a lot of responsibility. We always tell them the story about the young lady that at the FFA leadership camp said her mom told her she didn't eat till the goat ate. And she learned to feed that goat every day.
Even talking about the barn out there, I mean, we're fixing to have one of the baseball field be moved. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of other ones we still have, you know, something to think about for the future.
And it's fenced in. Basically.
Through a lot of
There's
options.
enough
actually.
land outside of that.
The land behind the ag.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thought, when it brings more kids in, you know, I probably feel more comfortable, my rabbits were up here, so I wouldn't worry about dogs, things eating their feet.
We just want to see the ag department grow is our goal. We wanna get the kids interested early, and keep them interested. And I think, Mr. Blackman, Ms. Marlin are heading in the right direction. And I think they've got administrative support here, and, we're all working together to head that direction. But y'all's suggestions tonight have definitely helped and, have given us a guiding light, and, so, hopefully we'll see that plan in action.
So, I mean, is it easy to incorporate those classes, like with floral and all that for
Well,
next year in
it's a
schedules?
process, we would like to, it's expensive, we can offer it and see what happens and see if we can do a service fee, the kids could pay a $35 fee.
Do they do that for
instead of-
art here?
Well, they buy some of their own supplies, so
it'd be
versus
okay.
buying your own supplies, you could pay a fee, and that would just be something we would put on the registration form, is it would be a $35 fee, or whatever, I'm just throwing that figure out there.
So if you get that $100,000 scholarship from Taco,
Well,
is that
that's
something-
something we've written in there.
Oh, okay.
For the floral refrigerator and some other things in there. We were dreaming big.
yay.
But, yeah, no, I think the Angelina Junior College thing with the welding certification, we've already got 2 that are heading that way. So, it's a process though, and I think this department's, getting us up to date and working hard.
And we've attended workshops. We went Dr. Eastley to a work-based learning workshop, and a college dual credit course workshop. There were a lot of things I didn't know about work-based learning, and I'm so thankful I went to that one-day workshop, because it got it back into compliance, I think, with the state. I'm afraid we were out of compliance for a few years, so. Any other questions? I appreciate your
In
time.
the forestry class, or do you have someone from the Texas Forest Service, U.S. Forest Service, or anyone, or
Really?
even a local, someone coming in and talking to the kids?
And that's something that we can look at, or I can look at doing.
I just know every day they just come in and say, why can't we just learn about wildlife today? So I try to relate them as much as possible, but, you know, when we need to get into, you know, hardwood identifications, it's kind of hard, so. Yeah, that's kind of when they start looking at me.
When we go on vacation, my husband's like, okay, kids, what's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You might need to take them out to the park or
I
something.
do
and
that
start.
too.
Okay. so
Yeah, I
you
do
go.
that too. But there's
We're-
only so
we're
many
doing
pine
some
trees I can
live
show
work
them.
with them too. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, you got this.
Mine got lost and I had to get with Lena to get it back. So that's why it's not y'all's board report. It's so big because I can do it.
Do you have it on a zip drive or anything, or is it all just here?
No, it's just here.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know I need to bring it.
No, this is fine. You just talk us through this. I just didn't know if it was, I didn't know if I needed to do something on my computer to make it work. So you wanna go ahead and go through it?
I will. Very good, Sarah. Oh, he's set up? Do you care if I go through?
No, he's not set up yet because he didn't plug in the computer in.
Oh, okay.
And I've got to put it back to the.
Each of the pages have how we did in each of our core areas on the star. And also I included for y'all our tax scores for last year so that y'all would have a comprehensive look at how the students did. Of course, as you know, the 15% has been set aside for another year, and we're still waiting to see what they're going to do with that. And maybe by the end of this legislative session, we'll have more information. But as you see on our 7th grade reading, level 2 satisfactory is what we're looking at for our passing standard. And these are not what we're used to looking at, but it's not up there. What we're used to looking at, but, oh, it's on, page, I didn't even put the page 2. Yes, thank you, I did put the pages in there. Page 2, these aren't anything like what we're used to, but I do have a comparison chart in here, at the back about how the state of Texas did and then how we did.